We're about to embark on a journey from high above, where the world below seems to slow down. Our destination is Moscow, a city of grand history and stunning beauty. Instead, we're going to float peacefully above it all, seeing the city as a living, breathing masterpiece. This isn't about ticking off landmarks, it's about finding a moment of calm and wonder. Aerial views have this magical ability to give us that pause, offering a sense of scale and perspective. It's a visual meditation, and Moscow is our magnificent subject. Let's begin our gentle flight. Let's set the scene with a quiet morning in Moscow. The sun casts a soft glow. Mist hangs over the river. This is Moscow waking up peacefully. The music complements the visuals, helping you relax as we glide through the air. Notice the light catching the golden domes, creating soft shadows. We'll meander, drifting to absorb the atmosphere. Let go of tension and let our calm voyage unfold. And so, we begin our gentle ascent over the outskirts of the city. From here, Moscow looks like a vast tapestry woven with green parks and silver rivers. The buildings are small at first, but as we drift closer, the details come into focus. Our first views are of the sprawling green spaces, the lungs of this great metropolis. From up here, you can truly appreciate how nature and the city coexist. These areas of tranquility provide a stark and beautiful contrast to the dense urban core we will soon explore. As we drift slowly forward, the scale of the city begins to reveal itself, all laid out beneath us like a giant, detailed map. The heart of Moscow is just ahead, waiting to share its timeless beauty. All right, here we are. We're drifting closer now, moving towards the very center of this incredible city. And there it is, our first glimpse of the Moscow Kremlin. See those powerful red brick walls, the imposing towers standing guard? It's a site that's been at the heart of Russian history for centuries. It looks like a city within a city, a self-contained world of golden-domed cathedrals and grand palaces. It sits proudly on the banks of the Moskva River, a timeless symbol of power and faith. Let's just hover here for a moment and take it all in. We're looking at the very soul of Russia, laid bare beneath us. Their golden domes look like a handful of shining jewels scattered against the red brick. It's simply breathtaking. This place is a living museum, a blend of different eras all contained within one magnificent enclosure. Let's drift a little closer now, towards the famous square that lies just outside these ancient walls. Just beyond the Kremlin's eastern wall, we float above Red Square, one of the most famous public spaces on the planet. From up here, it looks like the city's central stage. Bordered by iconic buildings, it's the city's meeting point and historic heart. Imagine the countless footsteps that have crossed this ground over the centuries. On one side is the State Historical Museum. On the opposite side, we see the gum department store. All the main streets of the city radiate outwards from this spot. Red Square is the cultural, historical, and geographical center point, the anchor of the entire city. Let's look at the most famous building in Russia, St. Basil's Cathedral. It looks like a magical gingerbread house covered in colorful icing. Each dome is a different color, pattern, and shape, twisting towards the sky. It's a masterpiece of color and imagination. It truly is a one-of-a-kind creation, designed to look like a bonfire rising into the sky. It's a celebration of faith and artistry that has stood here for nearly 500 years. It's a place for fantasy and unbelievable beauty. Let's look at the incredible Kremlin walls, stretching over 2 kilometers, enclosing this historic heart. Notice the swallowtail notches, designed by Italian architects. The walls are punctuated by 20 unique towers, some tall with ruby red stars. There's the Spasskaya Tower and the corner and gate towers. Together, they form a defensive ring that has protected Russia for over 500 years. The southern wall runs alongside the river, a strategic choice using the natural landscape. It's a harmony of strength and elegance. We've seen the heart, soul, and might of Moscow. They are the foundation upon which this city was built. Now, let's begin our journey along the river. Let's drift away from the Kremlin and turn to the Moskva River. It winds through the capital, shaping the city. For centuries, it's been the city's lifeline. Notice the mix of historic buildings and green spaces. The river reflects the sky. It has carried Moscow's stories for nearly 1,000 years. The river is the reason Moscow exists here. its strategic curves drawing settlers long ago. As we glide along, you'll see bridges stitching the city together. Let the river guide us as we explore Moscow's sights from above. As we continue, a magnificent structure appears. Dominating the skyline is the colossal Cathedral of Christ the Saviour. Look at that enormous glistening golden dome. It's the tallest Orthodox Christian church in the world. Demolished in the Soviet era, it was painstakingly rebuilt. Just in front, a beautiful, elegant bridge spans the river, the Patriarchal Bridge. A pedestrian crossing offering stunning city views. Its graceful design complements the cathedral. Let's appreciate this perfect pairing of architecture. The bridge frames the view of the Kremlin in the distance, a visual corridor connecting Moscow's spiritual and historical heart. Now let's drift a little further downstream, towards a much more modern and truly unique structure. Just east of the Kremlin, nestled in the new Zaryadye Park, is a bridge that seems to defy gravity itself. This is the famous floating bridge. Look at that incredible design. It's a huge V-shaped walkway that juts out over the Moskva River in a massive, unsupported arc. It doesn't connect to the other side. It simply cantilevers out over the water, offering a panoramic viewpoint before leading you back to the park. From our aerial perspective, it looks like a giant boomerang or a sleek, futuristic sculpture. As we circle above, you can really appreciate the genius of its engineering. There are no visible supports holding up the far end. It just hangs there, suspended in mid-air, about 15 meters above the river's surface. It's a thrilling piece of modern architecture, designed to give people the feeling of walking on air, right over the water. From up here, we can see its entire graceful curve and the wooden decking that provides a warm, natural contrast to the cool steel and glass of its structure. It's a perfect example of how Moscow is blending cutting-edge design with its natural landscapes. The bridge is the centerpiece of Zaryadye Park, a space that was once home to a massive Soviet-era hotel. Now, it's a beautiful public park that showcases Russia's diverse ecosystems. From our vantage point, we can see the bridge emerging from the park's lush greenery, creating a stunning contrast between nature and human ingenuity. It's a bridge that doesn't take you to a destination, but is a destination in itself. Its purpose is simply to provide a moment of wonder, a new way to experience the city and its river. It's a bold and beautiful statement about modern Moscow's vision for the future. Imagine standing on that walkway, with the river flowing beneath your feet and an uninterrupted view of St. Basil's and the Kremlin. It must be an incredible feeling. But from our peaceful spot in the sky, we get an even better perspective. We can see how this futuristic structure fits into the ancient tapestry of the city. It doesn't compete with the historic landmarks. It offers a new way to appreciate them. It's a conversation between the past and the present, a dialogue written in steel, glass, and concrete, and we have the privilege of seeing it all unfold from above. Let's look at the Bolshoy Moskvoretsky Bridge. It's a major city artery. From above, we see its clean lines and graceful arches. Faced with pinkish granite, it blends with the historic surroundings. The architects designed it with the iconic vista of St. Basil's in mind. The bridge acts as a grand entranceway to Red Square. Completed in the 1930s, a bridge has existed here for centuries, witnessing Moscow's story. It's a constant in the ever-evolving story of Moscow. Seeing it from the sky allows us to appreciate this composition in its entirety. Let's rise above Moscow and trace its grand boulevards, those wide, tree-lined avenues slicing through the city. From here, they're like green arteries, connecting neighborhoods and history. Tverskaya Street stands out, a straight line leading to the Kremlin, flanked by stately buildings and lush medians. These boulevards aren't just roads, they're Moscow's living rooms, where people stroll, relax, and gather. The green strips and orderly facades create a sense of elegance and unity. From above, the city's scale and design become clear, grand, logical, and surprisingly graceful. The boulevards link districts, forming open squares and guiding the city's flow. Even at this height, you sense their importance, designed for both movement and majesty. Moscow's immense scale is softened by these ribbons of green, blending power with beauty. It's a city built to impress, and from the sky, its logic and artistry are undeniable. Now, let's dip lower over the rooftops of the Arbat district, where Moscow's intimate side emerges. A patchwork of terracotta, slate, and copper roofs tells stories of centuries past. Hidden between buildings are secret courtyards, green oases invisible from the street. From above, we glimpse playgrounds, benches, and quiet spaces where daily life unfolds. These dvors are the communal heart of each block, a world apart from the city's grand avenues. Winding alleys connect these courtyards, forming a maze only locals truly know. Here, 19th century mansions stand beside Soviet apartments, each roof a chapter in Moscow's story. The rooftops form a living mosaic, dense and beautiful. Floating above, we see the city's true character, personal, layered, and alive. It's a peaceful, hidden world waiting for the day to begin. Let's soar higher to see the Garden Ring, a vast circular road encircling Moscow's historic core. Once the path of ancient city walls, it's now a multi-lane artery vital to the city's movement. The name hints at its past in the 1800s. Gardens lined its route, and traces of green remain in medians and parks. From above, the ring is a bold boundary, separating old Moscow from its sprawling outskirts. Along its edge, architecture from every era lines up: pre-revolutionary apartments, Stalinist towers, modern glass. The Garden Ring is a timeline in stone and steel, marking the city's growth. Its flyovers and interchanges are feats of engineering, handling the city's pulse. Today, it's calm, a modern wall not for defense but for connection. The ring's grand vision is clear only from the sky. It's a testament to Moscow's evolving identity and ambition. As dawn brightens, Moscow stirs. The boulevards and garden ring fill with flowing headlights. From above, the morning commute is a graceful ballet, cars and trams gliding in silent choreography. Buses and trams begin their routes, pedestrians gather at crossings, and the city's rhythm quickens. Even the metro reveals itself through ornate station entrances, pulses of people emerging onto the streets. The city's movement is mesmerizing, a daily dance of millions seen from our peaceful perch. We've witnessed grand boulevards, hidden courtyards, and the city's intricate patterns. Moscow's history and modernity blend in every street and square. Here, life is lived on a grand scale, but with human detail at every turn. As the city awakens, we drift toward its green spaces. Moscow's natural sanctuaries. Let's discover the parks that breathe life into this urban giant. Let's leave the city blocks behind and head for Moscow's green lungs, its spectacular parks. From above, these parks are vast emerald islands breaking up the urban sprawl. They're not just grass and trees. They're vital spaces for picnics, strolls, and quiet moments. Winding paths, ponds, and flower beds form living works of art, visible only from the sky. The parks follow rivers, fill gaps between neighborhoods, and teem with life. Dense forests, manicured lawns, and sparkling lakes create a rich ecosystem within the city. These green spaces are Moscow's gift to its people, a place to rest, play, and reconnect with nature. The contrast is striking. City on one side, nature on the other. The tree canopy stretches like a soft carpet, offering visual peace. Let's dive into one of these sanctuaries, starting with the world-famous Gorky Park. We glide over Gorky Park's grand entrance, a monumental archway welcoming all to Moscow's most beloved park. Beyond, 300 acres of green stretch along the Moskva River, a playground for the city. Wide promenades, formal gardens, and ponds await, peaceful in the early morning light. Paddle boats dot the water, and the park's classic design is clear from above. As we follow the river, the park shifts. Manicured lawns give way to wild woodlands in Neskuchny Garden. Hidden gazebos and winding paths invite exploration, blending history with nature. Gorky Park transforms with the seasons, skating rinks in winter, vibrant colors in autumn, lush life in spring. Today it's tranquil, a sanctuary at the city's heart. From the sky, we see its full grandeur, Moscow's garden playground and retreat. Gorky Park is where the city comes to breathe, and we're lucky to witness it all. Let's continue our flight south along the river, climbing a little higher as we go. We're approaching a place that offers what is arguably the most famous and spectacular panoramic view of Moscow. This is Vorobyovi Gory, or Sparrow Hills. It's one of the highest points in the city, a sprawling forested park that rises steeply from the riverbank. From up here, We can see the dense canopy of trees covering the hillside like a thick green blanket. Winding through the forest are numerous paths for walking and cycling, hidden from view from the ground but clearly visible to us. It's a true urban wilderness. The main reason people flock here is for the observation deck at the top of the hill, and right in front of it stands a truly colossal building. That is the main building of Moscow State University, one of Stalin's 7 iconic skyscrapers, the Seven Sisters. It is an absolute giant of a building, a palace of science and learning, crowned with a giant star. From our aerial position, we can appreciate its incredible size and its perfect commanding position overlooking the entire city. It stands like a proud guardian on the hill, a beacon of knowledge visible from miles around. Now let's swing around and share that famous view. And there it is, just breathtaking. From this spot, the whole of Moscow is laid out before us like a living map. You can see the gentle curve of the Moskva River below, with the Luzhniki Olympic Stadium nestled in its bend. In the distance, you can see the golden domes of the Kremlin and the Cathedral of Christ the Saviour, and even the modern skyscrapers of the business district. It's a view that captures everything: the history, the nature, the sport, and the modernity of this incredible city, all in one single stunning frame. To see this view from the air, floating even higher than the observation deck itself, is a truly special experience. We are sharing the perspective of the birds that give this hill its name. The city is quiet from this distance, its immense energy reduced to a silent, beautiful spectacle. It's a moment for reflection, to appreciate the scale and beauty of everything we've seen so far on our journey. Sparrow Hills offers the ultimate postcard view of Moscow, a perfect, peaceful vista that will stay with you long after our flight is over. For our final nature escape, let's journey to the south of Moscow to a place that feels like it's been lifted straight from a fairy tale. This is Tsaritsyno Park. It's not just a park, it's a massive historical and architectural museum reserve. As we drift over it, the first thing you'll notice is the incredible collection of palaces and buildings. Look at that stunning red and white brickwork and those pointed Gothic-style arches and towers. This was intended to be a grand countryside palace for Catherine the Great, but it was never completed and lay in ruins for centuries before being beautifully restored. Let's circle the Grand Palace. It's a magnificent, almost mystical-looking building, more like a romantic castle from a fantasy story than a royal residence. From our aerial view, we can see its complex layout, with its wings, towers, and courtyards. It sits on a hill overlooking a series of large, picturesque ponds. The combination of the dramatic pseudo-Gothic architecture and the serene natural landscape is just magical. You can see elegant bridges, like the one with the ornate arches, connecting the islands in the ponds. The entire estate is a masterpiece of landscape design. The parkland that surrounds the palace is vast and incredibly beautiful. As we float over it, we can see a mix of formal gardens, rolling meadows, and dense ancient forests. There are hidden pavilions, graceful statues, and musical fountains that, from up here, look like sparkling jewels set into the green landscape. It's a place designed for wandering, for discovery, and for peaceful contemplation. The scale of the estate is immense, and from our perspective, we can see how the palaces and the parkland were designed to work in perfect harmony with each other, creating a complete and idyllic world. As the morning sun shines on the red brick and glints off the calm waters of the ponds, Tsaritsyno feels like a peaceful dream. It's a world away from the power and politics of the Kremlin, a place built purely for beauty and pleasure. It's a stunning example of the lavishness of Imperial Russia and a testament to the skill of the restorers who brought it back to life. Seeing this architectural fantasy nestled in its own enormous green paradise is the perfect end to our tour of Moscow's natural escapes. It shows us yet another side of this multifaceted and endlessly surprising city. Let's explore Moscow's skyline and its family of 7 giants. These are the famous Seven Sisters, Stalinist skyscrapers built after World War II. Designed to be grand and visible, they punctuate the horizon, strategically placed like the Moscow State University and the Hotel Ukraina. Each has a tiered design, crowned with a spire or star. Combining apartments and shops, they showcase intricate stonework and classical columns. The Seven Sisters were Moscow's original skyscrapers, defining its vertical ambition and representing a powerful era. Let's glide towards Moscow City, a vision of the future. This bold, modern complex is a collection of architectural marvels. The Evolution Tower corkscrews into the air, while the Federation Tower stands as the tallest skyscraper in Europe. The morning sun reflects off the glass facades in a dazzling display. This city within a city is a hub of finance, business, and luxury living. This futuristic dream came to life on the banks of the Moskva River, a symbol of Moscow's dynamic energy. It's a statement to the world that Moscow is a global player, constantly evolving. Now let's pull back and take in the whole picture. In the distance, the ancient golden domes of the Kremlin, the heart from which everything grew. Dotted across the landscape are the proud, stony spires of the Seven Sisters. Gleaming in the morning sun, the new cluster of glass towers at Moscow City, pointing towards an even bolder future. What's truly remarkable is how these different eras managed to coexist. This journey has shown us a city of incredible depth and diversity. As we begin our gentle descent, let this final, all-encompassing view be the image that stays with you. The view of a city that honors its incredible history while fearlessly embracing the future. It's a skyline that tells a story of resilience, of vision, and of an enduring, captivating beauty. Well, mate, here we are. Our 20-minute flight is slowly coming to an end. It's time to begin our gentle landing. We're pulling back now, taking in one last, wide, sweeping view of this incredible city. From the golden domes of its ancient heart to the gleaming glass towers of its future. We've seen so much. We've drifted along its lazy river, soared over its grand boulevards, and peeked into its secret courtyards. We've witnessed a city that is a living, breathing masterpiece, a beautiful blend of history, nature, and bold ambition. It has been a genuine privilege to share this quiet, peaceful journey with you from high above. I hope this aerial tour has shown you a side of Moscow you've never seen before. It's a visual meditation, and Moscow was our magnificent subject. As we touch down, let the feeling of peace and wonder from our journey stay with you. Thank you so much for joining me, Hamish, on this special flight. It's been an absolute pleasure having you along for the ride. So, our journey is complete. The screen may fade to black, but I encourage you not to rush back to your day just yet. Take another moment for yourself. Close your eyes for a second if you like, and just breathe. Let the calm, flowing rhythm we found in the sky stay with you. Remember that feeling of floating, of being light and unburdened. That sense of peace doesn't have to disappear just because the video has ended. You can carry it with you. It's a reminder that even in the busiest of worlds, tranquility is always accessible, sometimes just a deep breath away. We hope this video has been more than just a tour. We hope it's been a genuine experience of relaxation, a little sanctuary you can return to whenever you need to find a quiet space. The beautiful thing about a journey like this is that you can take it again, anytime you want. The peaceful skies above Moscow will always be here, waiting for you to come back and float for a while. It's your personal window to a moment of calm, a visual escape you can visit whenever life gets a little too loud or a little too fast. Think about the incredible contrasts we saw. The ancient red brick of the Kremlin walls and the modern shimmering glass of the city's new towers, the vast open expanse of Red Square, and the intimate hidden green of a neighborhood courtyard. It's these contrasts that make Moscow so endlessly fascinating. The city is a story written over 1,000 years, with new chapters being added all the time. Seeing it from above helps us read that story in a unique way, appreciating how all the different parts come together to create one magnificent, cohesive whole. It's a truly unforgettable narrative. So once again, thank you for sharing your time with us. We hope you feel rested, relaxed, and perhaps a little inspired by the beauty we've witnessed together. Until our next journey, I wish you all the best. Take care, stay calm, and remember to look for the beauty that can be found in seeing the world from a different point of view. From me, Hamish, it's goodbye for now. And thanks for flying with us.